I wanted to show you a video of Cubbie, just kind of talk about some stuff. Creating some boundaries in the house is what we're working on today. So this is a place command. He's on this bed right here. I don't care what he does on the place bed as long as he stays on there. I want him to be able to get comfortable. So if he sits, stands, spins around, scratches at it to make it more comfortable, I don't care as long as he's not being destructive and being quiet and yeah, staying on there. So you can have a couple different place beds in the house. You can take it and move it around with you. This is very functional for a couple things. Number one thing I use this for is when people come over. So since we're seeing a little bit of sensitivity with strangers, this gives him purpose in social interactions where he feels uncomfortable. So somebody comes in the house and he's like, oh, I don't know about you. I don't love it when we have a dog that's nervous greeting people at the door. And so this just helps keep him a little bit more comfortable. So if he is barking in the place bed or anything like that, I would correct it. But as far as like his ability to stay there, even if I go let another dog inside, I want him to be able to stay. So yeah, really good distraction for him. Another dog that he likes to play with. She's gonna go put herself on place. She's like, oh, this is what we're doing in here? Okay. So anyway, yeah, so what this would look like is, I don't have anybody to ring my doorbell right now, but we're gonna prove this tomorrow. We have some people coming over. Okay. But what this would look like is, let's say I got a knock at the door, doorbell rings. Most of the time he's not magically in place before that happens. So when that happens, if he goes to the door and barks, whatever the case may be, I'm going to guide him over to the place bed. So for the first week, I'm going to have you guys practice this with him on leash. So when he's out of his kennel, I'm going to have you dragging around a leash. He can be on the prong collar. He can be on a flat collar. I want you just to make sure you're using e-collar pretty consistently. So just kind of depending on you know, where we're at. So I don't want you to be so dependent on tools long term, but e-collar makes it nice to transition away, and I'll explain why. So when we have him on an e-collar, I can hold him more accountable. So I'm not trying to drag him. So if I just drag him onto the place bed, he's gonna go. He's gonna go because he's like, oh, that's what we're doing. That's what I'm supposed to do. So there's nothing wrong with putting him in there with the leash, but I want to, especially when he comes home, okay, Cubbie, come on, good boy, use as much e-collar as needed, so that way he's doing the obedience on his own. So what I'm gonna do here is I'm not gonna use the leash, and you're gonna see a difference. So if I say, Cubbie, place, he's like, don't know about that. You're not helping me with that leash. Cubbie, place. I'm going to use a little e-collar. Come on. Good boy. Good boy. And then he does the obedience himself. So that's really, really important for him to understand is being able to do that, whether I can even proof it right now. Just answering the door. And just kind of seeing, you know, how he does with that. Good boy. Now I like this in a spot where I can, if he's nervous by somebody, I don't want him necessarily on this place bed where somebody's like, hi buddy, and he's like, oh, I'm nervous, I'm scared. I want him to kind of be in the background and then have somebody be able to follow through with this just in the beginning stages. So it will get to the point where you can just do this one person, but when he first comes home, he's going to test boundaries, and so I want everybody to be on board with this exercise. So, and then when I want to release him, all I do is just pat my leg and say, okay, Cubbie, come on, good boy, yes, good job. That way he knows when it's appropriate to get out of a command, and so that way I'm being fair. So yeah, that's what we're working on. It's a rainy, nasty day outside. So we went for a walk when we had a break in the rain, but we've been doing lots of obedience, you know, just kind of around distractions that would be applicable at home. So anyway, hope you guys aren't missing him too much. Oh, do you put yourself on place? He's like, this is fun. I'll relax here.